Hey folks, it's Frithgar here, how you doing? Welcome back to Estancia Lapacho, our realistic series based in South America. So this week I have got several things planned that I'd like to get through and get done. I did say that I'd have all of this sugarcane loaded up before I started this week's episodes. I've almost got it loaded up. I got most of it loaded up, if that kind of counts for anything. Maybe not really sure. Anyway, before we go any further, we have our random event for the week. So, my first throw of the dice, it came up with a 5 this time, which is machinery again. So, we got machinery second time round, and the second throw of the dice came up with another 5, which, according to my list, is a barn find. We gain a free pickup, which is the smallest one available in the game, and I add the money in before I start, and then buy it, and it's done. So I have bought the pickup, I've put that one in, I've added the money in, so we got our barn find. I'll go and show you our barn find in a minute, and we can decide what we're going to do with it, because I'm not actually sure what you will want me to do with it. So we'll go and take a look at the barn find, and then you can sort of tell me in the comment section through the week what you think we should do with it. I'm not going to make a decision this week. I will make a decision on it next week based on what you say in the comment sections this week, because I decided that, you know, I'm not just going to take it and sell it. I've actually got myself I've got us a slightly more colourful pickup than I've currently got, and so then I figured, you know, we could sort of make a decision based on what you guys think of the new version, whether we should have that one or stick with the old one, because, you know, a barn find we could do something with. And as always, if you think we should be tweaking any of the different finds or any of the different random events that we do, if you think that they should be tweaked at all, then obviously get into the comment section and give us your thoughts and opinions. Last week's was a random piece of machinery broke down and we weren't able to use it, and I felt that it wasn't really right that I should have included quite so much. It's spilled again. I keep spilling sugarcane over this side. But yeah, anyway, I felt that it wasn't quite right using all of the machinery, and I did withhold some of it. However, most of you seem to agree with my suggestion that I've just done it again. I've just spilt yet more on the ground. Let me try and pick it up. There we go. It's because I keep jamming under the wheels of the truck there. There we go. Right, now I got it. The last little tiny bit. That's what I wanted. I wanted to get this into the truck. Yeah, you agreed with me in that I felt that it should be any machine with an engine. Any machine that can drive itself, or any machine with an engine. And several of you said, yes, that would be a really cool idea, but how about do it so any machine with, like, moving parts? And, you know, moving parts is all well and good, but like this plow has got moving parts, and how often are we going to use it? And the trailers do have moving parts. They could be useful sometimes, and other times not so much. So I think we're going to go with the, because occasionally it's going to cause us some problems, but sometimes we can have a breakdown or something like that, and it's not going to cause major problems in a farm. It's not going to be like a major headache. It's just going to be an inconvenience, kind of like it was last week. So I will go with anything with an engine. So if it's got an engine on it, then it can break down. So we'll sort of apply that minor tweak to it. Now, we've also got, for this week's weekly question, I've got this area here, and I asked for suggestions of different things to do, and I've had several suggestions. Some people want me to put some sheds down. Some people did say that I should try using the ground modification mod again and pave it all with concrete. Others felt that it would actually be better if I was to just plow it and then use a cultivator, go over it and give it a cultivated texture and put a shed down on top of that. Others said just cultivate it and leave it at that, because it's kind of a dirt area. So that's my question this week. What do you want me to do with this area? And the options you've got are, I can get the ground modification mod and put concrete in, although I can't make guarantees on that one. It might cause some conflicts, in which case we may have to scrap it and get rid of it, but I'm reasonably confident they seem to have ironed out most of the problems. So we could cover all of this area with concrete and leave it open. We could plow it up and cultivate it and leave it open, so it's kind of a packed dirt surface, and we can store all of our machinery. Because of low rainfall, Any bales we can store outside here, but we'll just say that, you know, we've just covered them over the sheet. So they're not going to get damaged because they are covered. You just can't see the sheet. So we can have that, or I can have concrete and sheds, or packed dirt and sheds, or leave it as grass and put sheds. Now, I don't particularly like the idea of leaving it as grass and putting sheds, but several people did suggest it. So you got 5 options there this week. We've got 2 with concrete, 2 with packed dirt, and 1 with grass. The grass is sheds. I'll probably put a couple of those in, and there is one other that I really like. It's quite big. It'd be one of those, maybe 2 of those there, the vehicle shelter. And then there's another one that is high enough that you can tip out. Don't think it's the grain storage. There is a shed somewhere that you can upend the Arcusan stacker, and that one is this one here. You can tip that one up inside the shed. I can't remember which one it is, but I would like to use that one because I quite like the idea of using the Arcusan. We haven't used that for a very long time. It's a very cool machine to use, so we'll do it. So that is your question. Do you want me to plough this up and have it as packed dirt with no sheds and just have an open area to store all our machinery? Do you want it to be paved over with concrete and leave it as an open area? Do you want me to have paved over and put some sheds down and store our stuff inside the sheds? Do you want it packed dirt with sheds on it? Or do you want me to just leave it as grass and put some sheds over the top of it? It's your vote. It's your game. Head into the comment section down below. Let us know which one you want and why. And of course, don't forget to actually cast your vote in the top right-hand corner. Now, the first thing we're going to do today is we're going to sell our sugarcane. We're going to take this last load here. We're going to take it up to the storage facility by the train over there, and we're going to empty this into that storage facility. And then once we've done that, we're going to get the train, and we're going to take all the sugarcane, and we're going to sell it. The whole lot. We're not going to wait for a great demand or anything like that. We're just going to sell it right now so that we can get some more cash. And then we've got the Stara sprayer and fertilizer spreader sort of all rolled into one. We're going to use that one, and we're going to spread some fertilizer over the sugarcane field because it does need some. We won't use a sprayer today. We're going to use the fertilizer section of it because we've never actually seen that being used on any of the machines. Not fertilizer, I mean the one that's got like fertilizer and spraying together. We've never used one of those, so you can see where the sprayer thing works. The fertilizer might be interesting. So we'll do that today. And we also need to go and look at our barn find. We've got that to go and do. So yeah, we got a busy day today. We've got all sorts of things. And you know, we're just going to carry on with things along that vein this week. Let me just pull in here. My question I asked you all last week was, where did you want me to build a new field on this map? Did you want me to build a new field on the big area in the middle of the map, this area here, or did you want me to do it around here, around field 10 and 11, sort of join those two fields in together and make it bigger all together up there? I don't know how far over this way we go, but we could make it bigger. The general consensus was lots of people do this. Every Let's Play that most people are watching at the moment, they've done this area here, so you don't really want to see that. Now, I had 1,826 people answer this question. 543 of you want me to put it in here, and 1,283 said do it at the top of the map, with the primary comment being, every Let's Player currently playing this map is building a new field in the middle of the map, so please do something different. So, as you know, I don't like to follow the crowd. So we will build a map we'll build a field at the top of the map. And it would appear that many of the audience don't like to follow the crowd either, because obviously this is the one that you all want. So yeah, that's where we're going to build it. I don't know if we're going to be able to start it this week. I'm kind of hoping that we do. However, at the moment, I'm not sure. I can't make any promises about whether we can start that one this week, because I've got some other ploughing that I want to do this week as well, if we've got time. I want to join these two fields here together. That's kind of my top priority for ploughing. And then there's also the matter of making the field bigger in the middle of the map. This one here, I wanted to join these three fields together. I'm going to leave these separate for now. I'm not going to do anything else with those. And we'll see about joining those in later. But I do want to join those three together to make a bigger field. And I want to join these two down here together. I didn't really want to join in field 14 as well. However, I might do that. I might just kind of have a more naturally shaped field around here, because we've got various mods that can cope with different contours on the fields, and when we just have standard hired help going, we can like sort of tidy it up at the end. So we've got various options available. It will mean though that we're going to lose this road here. That's the big sort of downside to all of this work that we're going to be doing, is we're going to lose this road here that we're going along. So it does mean that any trips over to the grain elevator over here will involve us coming down this way and coming along the road and in through here. So what we're going to do, actually, I'm going to do a quick about turn here, and I want to see what it's like just for driving that road, because we kind of need to be prepared for this. We want to have something, you know, we want to have something ready so that we can do this. So we can come up this side, and we can come up the hill, and we can back in round here, and then keep going this way. But I think there was another road coming up the back, down this way, that we could also get to. So we do have a decent loop that, yes, there is. So we can come down there. So we can either make the loop, or we can come straight up through the cattle area down here, and we can still get through without any problem. So we can come up this way down here. It does mean that we have to go out on the road, and it is a slightly longer trip than it would otherwise be, but generally speaking, I think it's okay. So I'm just going to violate all traffic laws certainly in my country, and probably most other countries in the world, by going around a blind corner on the wrong side of the road. We'll ignore that bit. We'll just kind of gloss over that and pretend that I didn't do that. And if we come in here, so we'll go in our main entrance here. And I really do love the main entrance to this map. You come up through here, you've got this huge, great big wooden beam coming up over there with the name Estancia Lapacho right over the top. It looks glorious. And then you've got that beautiful pink blossom on that tree down the end there. I think that's blossom on it. It's not, I don't think it's pink leaves, is it? I'm pretty sure it's just a tree laden down with blossom. It's just the right time of the year for it. And it's all there sort of glowing almost. It's absolutely fantastic. It's gorgeous. Now, we've got our truck. So, what I was doing was I was storing a truck down here. Our trailer that we've got over here, this one is now back in action. We can use this one again. And I'm also considering ploughing up some of this area and just turning this into hard-packed dirt, and keeping this as like an area for the truck and any trailers that go with it. So that's something else that we can do. I'm going to just run along here, and we're going to grab our other pickup, and I'm going to take this one up to where a barn find is. Because obviously a barn find is not going to be down next to a dealership. That would just be absurd. We can't have that. So, oh, no, I need to sell the stuff, don't I? Let's do this first. Let's do this bit first, because I want to get this one. I want to bring this one back down. So we'll grab our pickup, and we'll go... I don't want to go that way. I want to go up this way. So, yeah, I was working up in the top field, and I noticed something in the bushes. And upon closer inspection, I have found something that is on our land. So it is obviously ours. If it's on our land, it is ours. We can have it. We can keep it. And we've got our workers working away in those fields there perfectly. We've got that one we need to deal with. And you've probably just seen it there. But yeah, if you come up here a little bit closer, there, hidden in the bushes, it's not exactly a barn find, it's more of a bush find. But yeah, you get the idea. And it actually starts. Miracle of miracles, it starts. And look at this beast. Look at this bad boy here. It's got some very nice wheels on it. So let's just bring this one out here a minute. I'm going to put that one right there because we've got some work to do. You know, I'm going to just turn it off. And I'll come over here and grab this pickup. I've stopped it. I didn't want to do that. And we'll whiz this one out as well. And we'll put this one nearby. We go forward a little bit. Let's try that there. And right. There is our two pickups. Our two pickups right there. This week, I want you to tell me which one you think I should keep. Should I keep the new one, the barn find, and sell this old one instead? Or should I stick with the one that has been with the farm for several years now, and we'll just sell the barn find, we'll put that down as pure profit, and sell the barn find exactly as it is. We'll drive it off to the dealership and see if anybody wants to buy it. Comments below on this one. I want to know what you guys think of this. So we're going to go over here. We're going to grab our horse seed tender. A lot of you said that we should keep this one. And several of you pointed out that trying to put this seed tender onto something like the pickup is just absurd, because there's 10 tons of weight in this thing. I mean, yes, technically it's not exactly 10 tons because litres of grain is not going to be, but I mean, you're still looking at 6 or 7 tons. It's too heavy for a pickup. Basically, that thing is too heavy for a pickup to operate. There is a way to actually get this thing to unload onto the trolley very easily, so you don't actually have a whole load of problems. I'm going to go like that. But yeah, most of you said keep it, because it works really well. It looks really cool on here. Some of you actually said get rid of the other lorry and the other truck. Keep this one. Just get rid of the other one, keep this one, and right, I can tip the back up like that. And if I just back up a little bit more, and then I can't remember how you switch over between the seats. Pipe in, detach K to change over. So I go to that and change the seed, and then it's going to do the seed there. Tip that out, and then I can put the thing back down again, and I can fold the auger away. So I'll let that one go there. I'm going to leave the 2 pickups where they are for a moment. I'm going to start this one up and close those. Press H and carry on. Several of you said that you didn't think that tractor was underpowered for the seed drill. Yes, it will struggle a little bit with the hills, but overall it's going to be able to do the job without too much difficulty. It is a bit of a struggle for it, and yes, you all acknowledge that it's a bit of a struggle for it, but it's not underpowered for the machine. It is able to cope with it, and it doesn't seem unrealistic or out of place in order to have this one doing this planting. So I'm actually just going to come over to this side just to make it easier, because you know the game does have that kind of peculiar thing where it messes up the edges sometimes. So if I just set that one going there, that'll carry on there. So the horse seed tender, there's something that I wanted to show you with this one. We'll drive this one back down to the farm now. Apparently, there is a way to get this to easily move from one to the other. Also, these holes on the side, I could not get it to pick up using my pallet forks last time at all. I had so much trouble with that, it just couldn't get it to work. Apparently, if I was to be pressing... apparently, I can use it with... what is it? It's the pallet forks on the tractor loader rather than a load-all loader or a telescopic handle loader. And it does actually work fairly well. So there is that one for me to try, and I will attempt that at a later date. But no, there is a much easier way to do it. Apparently, you can bring this one up and you can put it alongside the seed tender trolley. And I bring it up alongside here like this. And I should, if I'm close, if I'm in the right place, I press R and I go like that. And it attaches and it puts it over there. And that's what you do. That's how you do it. So if I put this one back down again, I'm curious now if... Please tell me that I can put it back onto my lorry. I'm going to be bitterly disappointed if I can... Oh, actually, I think maybe I've got to stop there. Oh, now, there we go. And you get it in the right place, and then you press R, and it jumps it over. And you don't have to spend hours and hours playing around with it. So we've got an easy way to move things around. The general consensus of opinion seemed to be that I should return this one, because we've got this one leased at the moment. So I should return this one, I should sell the other truck, and this should become our main truck for the farm. It is going to end up costing us money, because by the time we sell the other one back and then we buy this one, it will be a costly move. So I'm not sure exactly when we'll do that. I'm not going to commit to doing that this week, because this one's actually spending most of its time just parked up. It's not costing us a lot of money with the rates at the moment. It's definitely not costing us very much. So I'm not overly concerned about this one being expensive just yet. It will become expensive, I've no doubt. But at the moment, it's not a problem. So if we can let that one go there, then I want to move over to... Why are you still indicating? Turn that indicator off. So yeah, they sell this lizard barrel core here and just have the other one and have that as our only lorry on the farm, because it will enable us to... I'm still going through. No, I don't want that one. This is the one that I want. I'll take you. This one is now finished. It's done that field there. And going to bring it over, and we're going to start working on this field down here. So we'll have that man truck as our main vehicle for the whole farm, and then later on we can do some other stuff as well. I was actually thinking of cultivating this field, but I'm also thinking that we're going to be doing some ploughing around the edge and joining those fields together, so I don't really want to start on that one just yet, do I? So we'll start this one on the field in the middle that we've sort of been avoiding for a little while, and that one can keep going so that we get most of the cultivating, ploughing and stuff done. I will be doing baling later on this week, and we'll be getting to that, but we're not going to be doing that today, or I don't think we're going to get to that today. I'm going to start this one here. No, we won't be getting that today. I want to start the fertilizer spreading as well today. We've got to do that. So get that one going in there, and then those can stay where they are. That one's doing fine. He does struggle a little bit going up the hill, but like many of you pointed out, he's doing okay. He's not, the wheels aren't slipping very much, and it's, yeah, you don't always have tractors that are overpowered for machines. Sometimes you do push the limits of what a tractor can do. The main problem I've got with this is the ground response mod that makes it bounce up and down a bit. Seems to be a bit overactive on this particular tractor, so that is making it look a little bit out of place. I've got a little bit of grain left in here. I'm not going to do very much with this one today. I'm just going to move it out of the way and stick it down here so that it's not going to be in my way at all. And I've moved the combine down here already. I've got the other combine over in the field that I'm not worrying about today. This one over here. I will eventually move that one back over to the farm, but again, not today. What is it that I wanted to do now? There was something in particular that I was thinking of. It was this one. I wanted this one. We start this one up. Now, I've got fertilizer here somewhere, and I can't remember where it is. I got liquid fertilizer there, but I don't want liquid fertilizer for this job. I want solid fertilizer in our solid fertilizer tank. I've got some pallets of fertilizer in there. I could just sort of put them down, but I'm not actually going to do that. But no, before we do this even, there's another task that I wanted to do, and that is, if I do actually go, there we go, train. We want to do some train driving. We've got some train work to do. And where the train is at the moment is not the right place. So I'm going to start this one up. We're going to take this one up to the sugarcane, and we're going to get all of the sugarcane into this train, and then we're going to take it up to the top and we're going to sell it. It goes all the way up there to the transport company. That's not the one that's, the transport company is currently offering a good price for canola, but not for the sugarcane. Now the sugarcane we've got here, the price has actually gone down, but it's still on $232 per 1,000 litres. And you got to keep in mind that this isn't like a great demand price or anything. I'm doing this because I want to see what kind of prices we can expect. And also I'm doing this because I'd like to be able to sell some sugarcane. I want to see what we get for sugarcane. It's going to be awesome to be able to sell this little bit of sugarcane. And we didn't fertilize the field, so we didn't have like the improved yield and stuff like that. We can come across here. That car will stop for us, which is absolutely brilliant. I love the fact that cars stop for us. That is awesome. And how long does it take before he starts going again? We got to move quite a way away before he'll start moving again. This is where we actually want to go, so we want to start applying the brakes. Trains still take a long time to slow down. So we're slow, we'll bring it in, You've got to sort of time this just right if you want to be able to stop them in time. And, right, so we're doing 40k when we hit the front. I think that's about right. And right there on... Ooh, about perfect that was. There we go. So we can start that one up. If you press R... We've got 500,000 litres of storage at the grain elevator here, so we can do soybeans, corn, potato, sugar beet, and sugar cane. We've got 471,000 litres of sugar cane, which is actually quite surprising. We got more sugar cane out of that field than I thought we would get. 471,000. We've got nearly 500,000 litres. And I think we did have one layer of fertilizer on there. We didn't have all three. And we don't have the plough bonus either, but we're not going to get the plough bonus for the next harvest either. But we will have all the fertilizer. I'm going to make sure that we fertilize it all properly this time. So we'll be starting that today, and then we will move on and do more fertilizing later. One thing that I don't think that we've got is... Yeah, I've got the plant growth on normal at the moment. I think it'd be better if we put... I think actually it'd be better if we keep this on slow rather than on normal, because it's like every 7 or 8 hours that it changes on normal, and so that's how we end up with patches that are on different growths. So at the moment we've got one part of our sugarcane field has grown, and we got one part that still hasn't grown at all. And I didn't really want it on that. I wanted it to kind of all stay the same. So we do have that against us at the moment. If you have a look here, we've got this strip in the middle that hasn't grown properly, which I'm not really overly happy about. Yeah, it's not going to cause us a major problem, but still, it would be better if it wasn't like that. So if we keep the plant growth on slow, and it will also allow us to like fast forward time a little bit more, rather than just having to go like half a day or 1 day in order to get the crop. We're going to have to go several days in order to get a crop ready for harvesting, which I think overall would be better. Right, so we get 120,000 litres now. I don't know if we're even going to be able to get all of our sugarcane into this train. I'm going to keep loading for a minute, and yeah, we got 350,000 litres left. What I'll probably do is we'll load the train up completely and we'll sell everything in the train, and then whatever is left we'll keep that for when we get a great demand or a much better price. We've finished planting our first field of beans, so I'm just going to move this tractor over, and we're planting beans in this next field as well, so I can just let that one get started on that. And then I will go back to the train. It should almost be finished loading now. The last little bit. So we get 300,000 litres of sugarcane into this trailer. We had 400, so we got over 100,000 litres of sugarcane still left in that storage facility. So we're going to keep that there until we have an actual great demand for sugarcane. And in the meantime, we're going to sell this 300,000 litres up at the top, and we'll see how much money we get for it. So the first lot that we sell, which will be the front carriage, which holds the most, that will get the 232 per 1,000 litres, and then it'll drop down from there. One thing that I don't particularly like about this game, and a lot of other people don't like either, is the way that when you empty a trailer, the price immediately drops before you can start emptying a second trailer, which is kind of unrealistic. It should give you a small window to start unloading something else. So say 30 seconds between finishing emptying one and starting to empty the next, and then it waits 30 seconds. And if you start unloading again, then the price will hold. And if you stop unloading after 30 seconds, it then alters the price according to how much you've done, because that would allow you to bring in a road train, and it doesn't kind of push you towards using an unrealistically large capacity on a single vehicle. And it is something that other people have mentioned as well, and that's kind of a change I hope that they would bring in the future. But we're not going to worry about it now. So we are here at the top of the map. It's up at the transport company. So I would say that, you bring stuff up here and you sell it, and then it gets taken off further inland to be sold, because we got a great big port down that way where we sell all of our produce down here. So we're close to the coast down here, and anything that we bring up here and sell is then taken further off inland to other things. But anyway, we want to come here so that we can check this. 231 per 1,000 litres. So let me sell. I just do that. Right. Why is it not letting me sell? There we go. I was in the wrong place. Now I can sell. Start unloading that, and it's all going to dump out the bottom of the train. So that one there is 110,000 litres, I think it is. 120,000 litres. That gave us $28,000 harvest income. That's not too bad, although I suspect that has now given a major bash to the price. Down to 209. Still the most expensive, still the highest price that we can get up here. So it's not all bad. We do still get the highest price up here in the village. And next one there will give us another 18,800. And then the final trailer at 90,000 litres in there. Sell that one. At the moment we're at 192. We're way below now the top one. But that is the final lot there. We're over $300,000 now. We're doing another 17,200. So overall, I think we didn't do too bad at that. It could have been a lot worse than it was. And I'm fairly pleased with the results of that. I love this bridge. I particularly love the bridge. It is absolutely fantastic. I really do love this bridge. And if I can just do that, there we go. You've probably seen this bridge already when you've seen the video come up, because this is almost definitely my screenshot. There we go. Anyway, I have run out of time. We don't have time to go loading up the Star Fertilizer Spreader, so that's going to be the first thing that we attend to in tomorrow's episode. If you enjoyed this episode, then please head down below and give us a like. And if you really enjoyed it, then please tell your friends all about me. Get them to come and watch as well. That would be awesome. I'm just bringing this one over to near the lumberyard for now, and I'm going to park it up. We're just going to run back over to the other side of the map and we'll take a look at the weekly question. It's that yard area, well, the field. It's a field at the moment, but I want to know what you want me to do with it. So, this area over here. What do you want me to do with this area here? We're going to be using this for storing bales and machinery and everything else. So, do you want me to just leave it as grass and put some sheds down on top of the grass? Do you want me to get the ground modification mod and pave the whole area with concrete and put sheds up over that? Do you want me to plow it up and cultivate it so that we've got kind of a packed dirt surface and put sheds over it? Or would you rather I didn't put sheds up at all and we just had plain concrete here, or just plain packed dirt? So you've got 5 options. It's your vote. It's your game. Head into the comment section down below. Let us know which one you want and why. And of course, don't forget to actually cast your vote in the top right-hand corner. And that is all I've got time for. So until next time, thank you very much for watching. This is Frithgar. Goodbye, and see you later.